Thank you very much for waiting. We're about to kick off the last game of the day. I don't know what that was. On Sanhok. Going to be really fun games. We had a bunch of nice performances. Different teams every single time taking the chicken dinner on Sanhok. So that's going to be really interesting to keep in mind.
Yeah, then even so far today, we've had Airstation Mike, we've had Northern Lights, and we've had Red Foxes. Red Foxes in particular taking their first chicken dinner of the day as we look at the overall standings after 15 games. Airstation Mike still holding on to the top spot, but you got to say, Northern Lights, they're edging a little bit closer, and we are finding that bit of a points gap with Istanbul Wildcats still holding on to third place.
I'm happy to see my boys of No Tag Team getting back in that top 8. They were in like nice 10th position last game, and now they're just getting a little bit high because they got those bunch of kills up their sleeves. So I'm really happy about that.
Surprisingly, ELGIGANTEN, who are in 4th place, they are the only team in the top 7 to have not got a chicken dinner. Brute Force, who are in 8th place, they've also not got a chicken dinner. And I think I know part of the reason why. It's because outside of not getting a chicken dinner, they've been incredibly aggressive. And a lot of those points that they've gotten in games have come from kill points. So even though the results from a positional point of view hasn't been super strong, the aggressiveness and the frags that they've pulled out has helped them to get into the top 8.
And that's great for them as we do kick off the Sanhok game of the day. Going to be a plane that's going to be really central on the 4x4 map. Any team can get anywhere they want. And I'm going to see, are we going to have maybe the second boot camp fight?
I want to see it.
So of the PEL Phase 3. Going to have to wait and see, but it's mostly going to be taken over by the same teams. Mostly it's going to be PG-18 that like to go there. And actually, no. Oh, they're good. Yeah, they're going to go for boot camp.
I was watching the Korean PUBG League, PKL, today. And they were playing Sanhok, and it's just as much of a crazy show over there where the teams are just clashing together so early on in the game. So I think it's going to take a bit of a while. And that was the Korean top league as well. So it's kind of like technically a higher standard compared to these contenders teams technically. So, you know, it's going to be interesting how these teams develop a strategy in Sanhok. And, of course, it's going to be interesting to see how the PEL teams develop a strategy in Sanhok. But it's still going to get pretty crazy pretty quickly.
Yeah, it is going to be really crazy. For one team, they might get crazy early on is actually the 2-1-1 split coming out, especially from 4Kings, as the first circle is going to be pretty low down south. A lot of water, and especially that river is going to be coming out and count a lot.
At least it's more southeasterly compared to southwesterly, because I think the last 2 days we've had southwest circles
west, yeah,
where they've ended in generally the same place, because it was where Jokers took it, and then I believe it was the MOOPHEUS, and it was kind of roughly in around the same area in the southwest. So I'm hoping it's going to be more of a southeasterly end to the game, more towards possibly maybe Cave. Could be a very important part of the game. But the likes of MJ-Esports, they're inside circle. No Tag Team are, ELGIGANTEN, the MOOPHEUS. A lot of the teams that did drop up north, they're going to have to find their way through. We've seen a couple of the teams throughout the days make their way into circle via boat. Hasn't heavily worked out successfully, but it hasn't not worked out, so to speak. That I still think it's a bit of a viable option.
It is definitely a really viable option. Just depends on how you do it. If you can find multiple boats, that is your go-to strat. Because you saw the team, that I don't remember which team it was, but they got like 4 members in one boat. The boat just boom.
But the thing with Sanhok is that there's so few boats, so you're lucky to find
if you're
one,
lucky to have
never mind two.
That could definitely work out.
Yeah.
And also, I haven't said it in a bit of time, but I'm going to say it once again. If you want to do check out the dedicated map stream, ! Map in chat for you to be relocated over there. And why I'm saying is actually one team that's in a really good position in this game, I do believe, is because I talked about the river earlier. That's Team MOOPHEUS in Painan. I always say Painan to try and deny rotations and to hold is such a nice area to work with. And you can see a few teams trying to rotate down, and maybe MOOPHEUS can be the team kind of dictating these early shifts. Maybe if teams get close to them, but it still might not happen.
But then again, give or take, I'd like to think that the teams have been looking back at VOD, so they'll be aware that most of the teams, like to land in a certain spot, give or take, so they'll know to give or take avoid and Painan, or if they do not avoid Painan, that they know they're going to go into a bit of an early game team fight, which in Sanhok, as I said, with these teams getting closer earlier, it's going to happen soon enough.
PG-18 are going to be rotating away from boot camp. Is not in circle. No early fights coming on through this time around, which I do like. You know, if you're a little bit unfortunate to have some early game fight in most of your games, even if though this is Sanhok, so they're going to have to try and rotate on through. And a team actually in the center of the circle, though, getting pretty close. I was just about to say it is Team MOOPHEUS.
Yeah,
and also MJ-Esports. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to clash on through. They are pretty split on the side of MOOPHEUS. Going to 2-2. 2 members on the front side, 2 members on the back side. Though, kezjoran going to be scouted out by Stratos of MJ-Esports.
Yeah, Reggie Birdo now in this deep kind of coastal area. So there's a bit of a lip. There's a little bit of a kind of a high ground that you can kind of stay protected behind, as they are going to look to go into that compound, and they'll now be alert of what is going on as huge potential. Getting pretty close to ELGIGANTEN. All the while in the northeasterly side of this map, we have about 4 teams getting pretty close to each other. 4 Kings, Jokers, Northern Lights, and Tempest.
Got to try and keep that in mind. It might break out at some point. Oh, Airstation might, though.
Oh, also Red Foxes. My apologies.
Yeah, Red Foxes. They're also around the corner. But here it is, they make it through. Early on, if you can get through these bridges, this is huge, but it is set on the bridge, trying to gatekeep it a little bit, but doesn't quite find anything out of that. He's going to get clapped right back by Hugstar of Airstation Mike. Though grenade going to be chucked on over, doesn't quite connect from Mooney. As the second one, going to try and take a second shot at it. Does that one go exactly where you're looking for? Oh, that is good. It does explode, but unfortunately, there's a little bit of a dip in that car, so it doesn't do anything to the side of Airstation Mike. And now they have the location given away of that one member of Jokers.
Got to say, that was a pretty positive response that came out from Airstation Mike. All the while, Bookie taking out one member of Red Foxes. That is indeed KofES, as Jazza on the edge of that bridge, just down by the side of it, getting a knockdown, getting a kill on the hands of Set from Jokers, as now it's going to be a bit of a counterplay, a bit of a fight coming out, as we did see the Tab getting one knockdown with the boom on top of the hill, taking shots from Jazza, dancing around those bullets. 24 damage, not quite connecting, although ToWzErA is there waiting. The boom is down to 16 health. Great knockdown, sorry, great kill secure, should I say, coming out from the boom, leaving that one member of Airstation Mike there, trying to stay himself protected. All the while, the boom still down to 14 health, but now he's going to be able to heal himself up, as ToWzErA is just going into the circle to join the rest of his team. And that's going to be good. It's going to be hard for Jokers to really kind of get into the circle from the area. They might be better off more going northerly and get into the circle from there to avoid an engagement from Airstation Mike.
Here on the east side of the circle, we're going to have Tempest trying to storm on the high ground. Northern Lights, as Northern Lights actually, they're going to be losing Perfectix. Going to be knocked away with a nice headshot on the QBU from Hjort. He's going to try and backtrack just a little bit, not really ready to commit, especially because that compound is on the high ground. But this kill feed is popping off early, which might be coming out every once in a while. MJ, they're going to be finding ghostar, instantly flushed out. Marcelek will also find huge potential Zolters. A lot of action coming on through. We're going to be focusing on the fight of PG-18 and Istanbul Wildcats. Istanbul Wildcats lose Apocalypse, got knocked away. Larza going to be a little bit on the lower section, can try and surprise Diaz on that rotation. Diaz going to be a little bit cautious, does backtrack just a little bit to get back to the safety of his team. The blue zone is going to be closing on through. A decision has to be made.
And now we're seeing PG-18 taking down the likes of Istanbul Wildcats. Jokers get eliminated at the hands of Airstation Mike. Nemrith driving on through at the hands of on the side of PG-18, looking for Istanbul Wildcats, and they do eliminate Istanbul Wildcats. PG-18 still going strong. Will the revive come through to keep them as a 4-man squad? I think it will. That'd be good. However, they are outside circle, so they have to move in. They do have a bit of an easy kind of rotation. No real teams kind of deeply around it, but as we do see in the mini-map, now the full map, huge potential. Who lost 2 members early on. EHOT and Greenhawk still going strong against ELGIGANTEN KnorkiS, firing a couple of bullets through that door, nearly finding the shots. There's a bit of an opening. The Car 98, can it work?
And it worked, that is the question. Huge potential. They still only have 2 members remaining. It's going to be KnorkiS and MOORPHEUS, and ELGIGANTEN. They're trying to force on through as you do pan over to the fight here. No tacting, going to be to give it, flushed away by Hawk. He was that in for. That's what you're looking for. Going to have the red steal on KnorkiS, and that's going to be pretty easy. You want to keep KnorkiS on your side. I know you had 18 kills at the start of today, so you want to try and keep that top fragger of your team up as long as possible. Better luck next time on the high ground, just a little bit of distance. Going to try and make it through. And I talked about the river. A few of these teams going to try and rotate, especially like MJ-Esports, going to try and shift on through. And Better Luck next time getting close to 4 Kings.
Yeah, the cave. It's going to be a prominent area. It is essentially center circle. And we do see Faultlessly from BetterLuckNxTime taking shots over in the direction of Team MOOPHEUS. But they've got to be careful because third party, it's a prominent thing in Sanhok. It's one of the things that these teams generally don't like about Sanhok. That's a little bit too easy to be third party, so they have to be very aware, very careful of their position, what's going on around them, the position of their team, of the enemy teams that they are going up against. As we do see, in the north-hand side, you have Unique out just outside the circle. Tempest looking to maybe do a little bit of gatekeeping, but as are Northern Lights, who are on one side of the quarry, and Brute Force are on the other side of the quarry.
Quarry might see a few fights coming on through if it does shift a little bit away from it, because they won't be separated by that amount of water in the center of quarry. Airstation might have to rotate on the west side, though ELGIGANTEN not being too far away of them, but they're going to be a little bit lower down south to try and get an easy entry point, maybe clashing with the likes of Huge Potential, so they've got to try and keep that in mind.
That tuk-tuk, man.
Team Unique, they're going to be trying to get a little bit in circle. They might get Gatekeeper. It seems like Tempest don't have the information. KnorkiS is not looking in their location whatsoever, but though a few shots will be coming on through of Northern Lights in their direction. Now, there it is, Northern Lights. They do 100% got that info. PVN going to be a little bit under pressure. Here it is with that QBZ. Going to try and find him there for an angle, but 2G split from Tempest. Well, better of him. KnorkiS also going to be knocked away, accidentally, instantly flushed. But Tempest, they're going to go slowly taken over as Northern Lights. They're closing up on that fight. They're right on the edge of the circle. This is huge for Northern Lights on this rotation.
We could see them being pinched already. Tempest are feeling the heat. The brunt of the shots are kind of heading in their direction. Also, we're going to see a hell of a load of frag grenades being popped out from all teams around it as Cleve does connect onto Des out from Team Unique with that frag grenade. Northern Lights, Spyro now getting knocked down onto Wookie Bookie. I believe Cleve is the only one that's actually left standing. No, Hani is still there. No, Cleve does get knocked down, so Hani is the only one that's actually alive. Gonna go very close to Grog. He does get the knockdown, secures the frag, but Sandin is flanking around. Is he gonna catch him out? He's gonna catch him out as Tempest get eliminated in 14th place. Are Northern Lights gonna be able to keep control of that? Are they gonna be able to secure that squad wipe? Yes, they are going forward. All the while, this circle shifted down south. The river is in play. The edge of Painan is included. Camp Charlie is also part of this next phase.
Grenade going to be chucked on over. Does it go down a little bit out in the blue zone? And yes, because Standard didn't have time to rest back up. He's going to be knocked. PVM going to be the one-man army on his own. Can he do the move sort of side of Team Unique? Going to try and get a little bit on the side. Perfect. It's going to be the front line there with the AKM. Oh, just get it. Team Unique eliminated in 13th position by Northern Lights.
Yeah, and are you really not surprised that Perfectix is there to get those shots off? But Phase 3 Blue Zone does do a little bit more damage. They've got a bit of a long way to go. Probably the furthest they have to go compared to any other team, although Red Fox is there making their way through the water. As our Better Luck next time on those is it jet skis? Yeah, jet skis indeed. Now taking a couple of shots off. Nice! For Naileup with that QBU to secure that kill onto Arctics.
Got it on the water though. Kizik's actually the two members. They're going to making it through the water, through the river, inland just a little bit easier. They do have a little bit of a lip. Be careful if teams do come from the back, but seem like they should be safe to try and get a little bit closer to the compound taken over by no tag team. Con also going to try and rotate in the compound of Camp Charlie.
Poor man's boot camp, man. Poor man's boot camp.
And they should be able to get in because it is a pretty big area, so easily you can have up to 2 teams in there to try and pick a fight on their own.
But O'Connell's on the high ground. Should be able to get that revive onto Naileup if he plays it safe. It's 4 Kings looking for the members of Brute Force, but you have Northern Lights coming in from the coastal line. Could be once again being part of that third party. Perfectus, I don't know if Perfectus is going to be actually able to survive that. No, I think he'll make his way through, actually, in fairness. But he is definitely taking a lot of damage from that blue zone, trying to heal himself up.
The fight's breaking on 3 of no tag team versus Better Luck next time. They're going to be losing Faultlessly, knocked away. No, no tag team. Still having two members that are actually not getting that involved. Still in the distance, but it's still going to be Yannick a little bit on his own. And if he does get knocked away, you're pretty sure he's going to be flushed out. But the likes of BetterLuckNxTime talked about the coastline. Slowly taken over by Northern Lights. Manny from 4Kings not going to get too involved, not going to play too aggressive. Faultlessly going to be normally flushed away. There you go, taken out by O'Connell with no tag team, though. Airstation Mike with this high ground. It is so good on Sanhok. And they're going to try and snake up through. It's going to be Recrant and Wanderer remaining on a set of PG-18. Grenade going to be chucked on through. Almost getting Wanderer, but not quite. But Nemris is now going to be bleeding out even faster. Will he get res? Not too sure, but another grenade from Jazza might be just what you need. Going to be cooked up just a little bit.
Come on.
Will it be the Kobe?
Doesn't connect.
No, it did not connect, unfortunately for Jazza. Hugstar should get res back up soon if he does end this fight. A little bit more spray action. Get another knock on top of Jazza. Wanderer going to try and get the flank, but doesn't quite find the angle. And now Jazza's got to be a little bit careful with that M4. There it is, a few nice shots, but no, just above Brian on top of his head. He gets Wanderer finally. Recren going to try and do a run for it. Does give his location away. He still has that tree, but comes right back. Recren, what was that?
With that sniper shot, knocking down Jazza. But ToWzErA is there. Hugstar is going to be revived. What that is going to do is that's actually going to punish both teams because the zone is closing in. The circle shifted against them. The river is still in play. Camp Charlie is still in play. It is going to be very good for the likes of Tempest right now as Metabay does take down Metabay. Interesting. Coming out from Red Foxes. Freenop and Jevles are still going strong. The hands of Red Foxes, a PG-18 fighting against the Blue Zone. That's the thing, you know, they're taking the heat, and ToWzErA is realizing this, and he's trying to get into this circle, but with huge potential there, with ELGIGANTEN there, it's not going to be too good for them, and there you go. KnorkiS knocks down Jazza. That edge of the circle compound, that's some form of third party coming in, but Hugstar is going to secure as many points for his side as possible, taking down Nemrith at the hands of PG-18, but leaving Recruit, leaving Wanderers, the two new members of PG-18 alive as they're going to flank up on the northwesterly side of the circle to try and make their way in.
They're maybe going to try and find that bridge. ToWzErA at least got to the compound. Hugstar, I'm not sure if he can actually try and survive it with the bridge. No, ToWzErA on the side, didn't get the info on MOORPHEUS. Though Hugstar is still remaining, but he is going pretty low, and the Blue Zone is still going to apply some damage, but that will not be enough, and Hugstar going to be taken out. 12th position overall for Airstation Mike. Not very lucky on this Sanhok game. So we're still going to be closing on through. 4Kings going to be trying to find an angle, just find AmerouuS on Brute Force, still on the eastern side, but it's still out of the circle, and Brute Force, they're going to be dictating what the hell happens to 4Kings. Blast on, going to be the last member with that QBZ, though Team No Tag Team and Red Foxes, they're going to be clashing back and forth, but 4Kings going to be losing Manny in the process. Blast on going to try and dance a little bit left and right, a little bit of tango to avoid those bullets. HalloSenpai going to try and force him back just a little bit by advancing himself. Didn't quite find it, but here it is. That's going to be 4Kings out in 11th position. Only 10 teams remaining right now on this last game today.
Plus, if I'm not mistaken, Team MOOPHEUS are the only team that actually have a full squad up in this game, so it could go in their favor. How's this next circle shift? It doesn't actually shift too far. The river's still in play. Brute Force have the compound on the north side of the river. Team MOOPHEUS have the compound on the south side of the river. The bridge is going to be open season for these teams, and as we see, Team MOOPHEUS firing shots in the direction of Northern Lights, and my apologies, Northern Lights still actually have a full squad. So two teams have full squads up. Camp Charlie is outside the circle, so no tag team are going to have to exit there. You also have BetterLuckNxTime, two members on a compound outside the circle on the edge of Camp Charlie, and now PG-18 trying to make their way through. The third party from ELGIGANTEN could be very powerful indeed. See why I did their play of words, because ELGIGANTEN are formerly powerful. Boom goes the dynamite. I know, I'm good, but now I know I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. How's it going to work? MOORPHEUS and KnorkiS looking for Recruit, looking for the Wanderer.
Yeah, they're going to try and make that work out. ELGIGANTEN might get taken in the back. Recruit 100% has the information, going to be leaning back on the side. KnorkiS going to be the first casualty on their side. Recruit going to try and maybe find MOORPHEUS. Here it is. He's got his butt.
Wow.
Coming out of the tree. That's going to be the end of ELGIGANTEN out in 10th position, 19 remaining. But you still have huge potential, and also MJ-Esports in the distance might try and get involved, because unfortunately PG-18, if they want to make it to the circle, a lot of teams might have an angle on top of them.
Yeah, it is going to be tough, but they've still secured two extra kill points for their side. And I'm a little bit surprised, because ELGIGANTEN ELGIGANTEN had the high ground, but you gotta say PG-18, they just flanked around a little bit better, and that initial knockdown put ELGIGANTEN under pressure. But talk about being put under pressure. No tag team get eliminated in 9th place at the hands of Northern Lights, and Brute Force joining in on the fun.
Yeah, the rotation out of Camp Charlie was just a little bit too annoying for tag team. That's what cost them to die. Also, BetterLuckNxTime, they're going to try and get away from Camp Charlie. The bridge trolls of this game are, of course, going to be Northern Lights. 3-1 split, leaving OK Bro on the other third of the river. So BetterLuckNxTime going to be taken out by 3-0 of Red Foxes. And he's going to be getting that kill secured just before going out himself. Extra point for your team. That is just what you need. Red Foxes out in 8th position. And also 7th position for BetterLuckNxTime. That rotation from Camp Charlie shutting down everyone.
And now the grenade came through from Ojala to knock down Yacht, leaving Grinhawk on his own. So Jazza looking for a prone and being the snake that he needs to be. Gonna fire stuff up, but Stratus was able to spot out Maken as Grinhawk spotted out Ojala and secures that kill for his side, and actually keeps the dreams of huge potential alive to try and secure their first chicken dinner of this Phase 3 contenders. They are inside the circle, so they don't have too much pressure right now as Brute Force trying to go in to the circle from the river, but I don't think it's gonna go too successfully for them. The circle shifted down south. Team MOOPHEUS, who won in Sanhok yesterday, they prayed to the PUBG gods, and it's worked because they have the compound inside the circle, still a full squad.
We talked about the river coming out and play pretty heavily. HalloSenpai got knocked in the distance, going to be remaining only Hawk for Brute Force, and he's going to have to try and make it through this single entry point as a lot of teams see exactly where he is. The only compound still remaining is taken over by MOOPHEUS, still a 4-man team, as HalloSenpai going to be taken out, as you said earlier, by the blue zone of Phase 6. Here it is, a little bit more spray action coming out from Spyro. It was that M4. Didn't quite connect, unfortunately. Nice hit. Nice. Okay, bro, he's coming back pretty nicely, down to 17 HP, but as you were expecting, Brute Force through the bridge, not going to quite work out in 6th position. Now we're down to 5 teams, Imperium, and Northern Lights going to be moving to the center, but MJ-Esports still going to be lurking in the shadows.
They've done a great job, and now Northern Lights, they're going for a 2-2 split, and I really like that coming out from them, because they have the coastline, they have the rocks of the coastline to their favor. Yes, it's not high ground, Max, but it gives them so much protection. But is this next phase going to go towards them? It goes pretty close, but the teams are very close together because we are in the late stages of this game. Team MOOPHEUS, they have to exit that compound. The Molotov from Recurrent came out to try to reposition, try and put Team MOOPHEUS under a little bit of pressure, but it's only exposed position. The Kobe comes in from Hawkeye to get the knockdown onto Recurrent. The Wanderer tries to respond, but doesn't, as Kejora secures a kill, and the squad wipe onto PG-18.
That push as a team from MOOPHEUS is absolutely insane. They're going to try and get a little bit of a higher ground, but now Northern Lights also going to be slowly closing up on the members of MJ-Esports. MJ not looking good. Mini and Stratos, only 2 members remaining, and they're going to be taken over. They're just surrounded by huge potential Northern Lights and also Team MOOPHEUS. This is getting really scary.
They can't do anything. They cannot do anything at all. But the Kobe comes through. They just got to try and find and hope that they don't get spotted anymore. Shaz gets taken out. Still one member of MJ-Esports. That is Mini. They separated enough that the grenade didn't connect onto Mini. He's okay, bro. Finds a Cobra on Team MOOPHEUS. Knocks him down. Puts Team MOOPHEUS down to 3 players, but not quite securing the frag. The revive could still come out as Reggie Birdo is there. The grenade comes out, gonna try and secure that frag. They want to get as many kill points as possible. All the while, Deep secures E-Hot. Reggie Birdo actually secures the kill and the frag on the Perfectix.
Yeah, I really like what Deep is doing. He's actually protecting in case the rotation comes out from the potential on the west side. But here it is, Cobra still got knocked away, not quite flush, but Northern Lights on 10 kills, dominating this Sanhok game today. Huge potential. They did lose one of their members. Just going to be GR Hawk remaining on their side. MOOPHEUS still pushing on to the northern section. Grenade going to be chucked on over from Deep on top of GR Hawk. Will it connect? It's going to be thrown on through. Does explode. Almost takes him out. But look at Kejora on the side. He has a perfect angle to take him out of the picture.
I know.
And it would be an instant flush. And here it is. Gets killed by Spyro of Northern Lights. Only 3 teams actually remaining. And there's still that one member of MJ still alive.
And
I didn't see him.
Here's the thing. Because Northern Lights and Team MOOPHEUS both have 3 players left, they're wondering, are we going up against a full squad? Or, you know, they're not really 100% sure, you know, how many teams are actually left. They just know how many players are left.
This is perfect.
So now Northern Lights going to try and flank through. Can Mini be the snake? Can Mini just get the job done for his side? Even just secure positional play as these teams are going to go together. Northern Lights get eliminated at the hands of Team MOOPHEUS. Annihilation coming out from KnorkiS at 1-man army. Mini gets it knocked down. Tries to put him down. 1 HP from KnorkiS.
No.
Doesn't get put down and loses his life. And Team MOOPHEUS, KnorkiS in particular, coming out strong with that chicken dinner.
I was just waiting for Mini to just come out and get those 2 kills at the end. Still that Snake Hawk, that's what you're looking for.
But KnorkiS,
he did awesome that game.
Took down the whole of Northern Lights at the end. Unbelievable, unstoppable, but you can... And also, Team MOOPHEUS, 2 Sanhoks in a row, 2 days in a row. Dominating.
Yeah, I know there are a lot of fans in Twitch chat for MOOPHEUS, so spam them emotes, that's what we're looking for. They're getting themselves a nice chicken dinner. Once again, 2 chicken dinners on Sanhok in a row.
Crazy.
That is the first team to do that. Seemed like they're getting pretty confident and they're getting used to Sanhok.
Plus, you got to give a lot of credit to Northern Lights. They got a chicken dinner today. They got a 3rd place, and they got 10 points and a 3rd place. Position. No, in a 3rd position in Sanhok. So they got 3rd. They got 2/3 placement point of view, a chicken dinner, and a hell of a lot of kills. And with Airstation Mike getting not the strongest of performances in Sanhok to end the day, we could see Northern Lights being on top.
As you go on back over to the highlights of this game, you can see, once again, they are so good at 3-man party in these fights. Northern Lights, they get the information on fight, they just move on over as a 4-man squad, and they just take them out easily.
He tried his best. He tried his best.
BetterLuckNxTime, they did an interesting move. He was nice moves though on the jet ski. Unfortunately, not quite working out for BetterLuckNxTime.
Didn't do flip.
Yeah,
not impressive.
Well, it'd be cool if you could do that. PUBG, add it in the game. Add it in the game right now.
No, just add a couple of ramps in the water so you can do flip. Yeah, it'd be great. Anyway, Jazza from Airstation Mike, they came up against PG-18, but that shot from Recrent was beautiful. It was just perfect. Snapshot, knockdown. Great job from them initially as PG-18 kept their game going strong towards the end of it. That's 4 Kings. They were looking for it. A lot of teams and a lot of action. I'm wondering if any team came out with 0 points. We did see Red Foxes get eliminated in 8th place. Huge potential. Put in a good game. But this was kind of towards the end where we came down to the final stages. KnorkiS was just beautifully on point with his shots, with his kills. Huge potential, finishing 4th place in that game. Look at that.
Yeah, KnorkiS, look at that. Gets the first knock, second knock on Spyro, and he just completely obliterates that lineup. You can see it from his POV right now here. 1, 2, 3, easy, quick math on their side. And then you had Many trying to do the place. 1 HP, that was so close, but not quite enough, unfortunately.
Oh my absolute God. What a ridiculous... And like KnorkiS, you gotta say that after seeing that in the highlights, makes you think that Northern Lights shouldn't have let that happen. But you got to give so much credit to KnorkiS because he peaked, shot, peaked, shot, peaked, shot. And he shot so fast and was so responsive with those bullets that Northern Lights just were a little bit caught off guard.
That was even just one clip. That was just one clip just spraying on through.
But that's why, because they were so accurate. It was like shoot, peek, shoot, peek. You know what I mean? It was kind of like just so on point.
Yeah, a lot of headshots also in that fight coming up from him. Istanbul Wildcats actually won.
Yeah, I think they were the only team.
Is that their first game to go out in 16th position? I'm pretty sure.
Not far off.
Yeah.
Not the best performances, but either way. But they were the only team to get 0 points in that game. Joker's getting 1, 4 Kings getting 1, BetterLuckNxTime getting 1 kill. No tie team. Again, they've yet to really hit the mark in Phase 3 of Contenders. I know they're a team that have pulled in so many good games down the phases, and they can pull in that strong performance. It just hasn't really come together for them. But Team MOOPHEUS, it does come out for them. Northern Lights getting 13 kills. Man, I told you they're doing good. Can't deny what Team MOOPHEUS did.
Yeah, 13, that's what you're looking for. Head-to-head stats of Team MOOPHEUS versus Northern Lights. Damage output. Nice advantage from Northern Lights. They got a bunch of extra damage on their side. Their conversion rate also being absolutely out there. And we go over to KnorkiS. Like, are you surprised? Are you surprised? No, you're not. 3 of those kills came out from that last fight on Northern Lights.
And PerfectX getting 4 kills for his side.
On Team Unique,
followed by Spyro. Northern Lights just popping off. So, like, literally, like...
And the deep.
Like, it was like Team Oops, then it was like Northern Lights, and 660 damage for Spyro, 491 for Deep. No one player stood out, right? Like, not super effectively as damage, just the whole team of Northern Lights working so strongly.
As you go on, pan over to the standings, that's what we're looking for, as we're going to have a few day break overall. Look, oh my God. 1 point. Northern Light and Airstation Mike, they were slowly fighting over, and before, at the start of the day, Airstation Mike had a 20-point lead, and now they're just completely obliterated by Northern Light. So consistent. They got a first position, they got second position, 2 second position actually.
Exactly.
No, 1 first position, 1 second position, and 1 third position.
Oh my Lord. Either way, the result is a fantastic day for Northern Lights. Airstation Mike also had a great day. More importantly, like we talked about, the points gap between them and the teams below is quite far now, because Istanbul Wildcats, they ended the day with 0 points, which means there's a good 30 or so points between them and the top 2. But when we look at the bottom stages, you see it's so close between the likes of Tempest in 13th on 73 points and Brute Force, who are in 8th on 90 points. That's only, what, 17 points? That's nothing. So it's really, you know, so much to come.
I'm so happy to see that they're just able to redeem themselves and get back in the game, especially for Tempest. But if we go for the next games that will be happening in the future, it will be 4 matches. It's going to be the next one. Double Erangel, Miramar, and once again, Sanhok. It will be at 7 p.m. Central European Summer Time.
It's going to be on the 2nd of September.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That's where you want to try and be. Do follow the channel to be notified when we do go live once again.
Of course. But you got to ask, why the break, Maximum? Why the break?
Why the break? Because we're going to be having the one and only PEL live from Berlin. Is going to be on Friday, August 30th at 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time. Awesome action coming your way. Definitely want to check that out if you are a huge PUBG fan. We will be checking it out, myself and Imperium, on our screens. It's going to be really fun coming your way.
It's going to be crazy. Like, these teams that are in the PL for Phase 3, they're fighting for a spot in the Global Championships. That's going to be, I believe, a $2 million prize pool. So that's it. And I believe the top team, the number 1 team from PL Phase 3, will secure a spot. And then the other 5 places are based on Phase 2 and Phase 3 performances together. So there's a lot to come. I can't wait to see it.
Just can't wait. Anyways, thank you very much for watching today's broadcast. My name was Max Manjon, as always, was Imperium here on my left. It was an absolutely awesome day of PUBG action coming your way in Phase 3 here. Once again, a 4-day break. We'll be back on 2nd of September. See you then.